yahoo.com. All right. Yo, Polite, call Michael, man. I think I might have him blocked on my phone.
Nah, he got a new number. He changed his number since we aired him out.
Yo, thank you, brother.
He changed.
Yeah, I might have that nigga blocked on my phone because he's so goddamn annoying, you know? Yeah, that motherfucker's so annoying, man. He's sending you all kind of bullshit videos like you care about that dumb shit.
Yeah, what's up with the mighty? What's up with the mighty Hebrew, man? He be sending me mad.
No, we call him the he's no longer the mighty Hebrew. Damn, what's the name I gave this nigga? The Road Runner? The running Hebrew, the Road Runner. Now he's the Road Runner. Oh no, the Scarecrow. He's the Scarecrow Hebrew.
He should be the serial texter.
Yeah, that nigga there, man, is a coward.
Hello, good morning. How y'all doing? Good evening.
Oh shit, I hear something, Polite. Who that?
It's the boogeyman.
That nigga's crazy. Mike funny as shit.
yo, man, check this out. Polite, brother, that shirt that you got on is too disrespectful to the audience, man. We used to seeing you fly, and now you got grease stains under your hat. Oh, rusty sweater on, brother. What's going on? You all right?
Grease stains under my hat. There's not one grease stain on my hat, bro. Cut it out. Stop it.
On the left side, on the left side, I'm looking at it. If you raise your left hand, you'll see that brown stain on there.
There's no brown stains. You know when you buy a 50, you may not know what it's like to buy a 5950 fitted cap, but sometimes there's stickers at the bottom and you have to pull it off.
Right.
Okay, but you wouldn't know. You don't buy a $50 hat. And this is
well,
like
I actually have one. It's a Raiders cap. I actually have a collection of them. You'll see them if you look at my videos.
You clearly don't know what you're talking about because rather than speak about the Bible, you want to give me fashion tips. You want me to dress to your liking as if I'm in a relationship with you. So I don't want to. It's making me. I don't want to have that kind of conversation.
Okay, I got a Bible question. I got a Bible comment then. Okay, and I'll let you answer. How about that?
Yeah, but before you do that, I want to know how come when I did the debate with Shaw, he was showing everybody that I had a fit cap on in Giuseppe's. And then you supposed to be dealing with religion and you want to talk about the sweater I got on and my fit cap. What's up with you guys? Why you always watching what I'm wearing instead of dealing with God? I know why. It's a rhetorical question. I'm your God. I told y'all that 5 years ago. I told you that 10 years ago, and I'm telling you that today. Brother Polite is your God. And so that's why y'all are heavily invested in making sure I dress to you guys' criteria. Have you ever given any advice to your brothers wearing them plastic spikes on the streets?
Yeah.
That's what we want to know.
Actually, I have. And that's a really good comment that you're making because I've actually spoke to both of them, you and them. But the comment that you're making about me seeing you as a God is actually backwards because you get on camera and you dress up for us like you're our date or our young whore. We don't want to see what you got on. It's not our, it don't turn me on to see you with a Giuseppe's on. I don't care about your Giuseppe.
Hold on. You said hold on. You said I dress up for you guys, all in the same conversation where you're dissatisfied with what I got on. Which one of those is right? It can't be both right at the same time.
Well, Brother Sanetta just said it. When you're a public figure, you have to keep up that image.
Nope, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. He did not say that. He did not say that. So you're wrong.
I did not.
He did not say that. Let me correct you. He did not say that.
You have an image. You have an image, brother. You have an image, and you created that. And you're crapping on your image right now, wearing such a terrible looking shirt.
It's a gray.
The neck is even stretched out, bro.
It's a gray sweater that I wear when I'm holding my baby. Brother, chill out. Just chill out, bro.
Let's move past that.
Like, yo, what? Like, like, yo, what you want me to do? Yell and scream at you about the sweater I got on? Like, yo, people. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something because I know you're a Hebrew, so I'm gonna explain something to you about how we do it on our channels, right? The people that come on to Sinetta Studios come on for the information. They don't come here to see if I got a sweater on to their liking.
That's right.
Or if I got something under my fit cap, which people could clearly see. and look under my fit cap right now as I'm speaking, you don't see no damn stain. But even if you did, they've qualified the information over me wearing a damn sweater to their liking with the neck pulled out as you claim, when in fact, you just seen my baby on my chest. I mean, bro, what kind of God? Okay, cool. I got you. What kind of God-fearing man, the second he gets a chance? Now, you see, now, if I made sure I had on some Versace clothes and everything like that, you know what you Negroes would say? Y'all would say, man, he's too materialistic.
That's right.
Just like that. So then I tone it down when I'm doing my interviews, and I just wear a fit cap and a home clothes. Just wear a little sweater, chill in the house. Yo, the neck is too pulled out with your sweater. You're disrespecting the platform. So, you know, this is what I'm saying. Is you can't satisfy. No, I showed a picture of the new Bentley the other day. They give me hell. But if I was next to a Toyota, they would have gave me hell. They would have said, oh, he must be broke. He ain't got nothing. You go in front of the Bentley, I'm going to stop following him. He too materialistic. So what I'm saying is, brother, you should stick to the information, because it sounds weird that the first thing, or it sounds like the only thing that was on your mind is the second I get this phone call off, I want to talk to him about, I want him to wear tighter sweaters, not loose sweaters. You know what I'm saying? You don't want me to wear loose sweaters. You want me to wear more form-fitting sweaters. That sounds crazy.
Well, no. Actually, what we want you to do is be who you are, right? If you,
I don't want to wear a form-fitting sweater for you, bro. You making me want to get an extra large.
I'll let you talk. I didn't cut you off, right? Right? So, what you've been showing us is who you say you are. You the polite that wears gold shoes. You wear silver hats. You ride in the Bentley, and you wear shirts with, you know, zippers on the side and stuff. But today, you're looking like today you look like a transient, a little bit. Just a little transient-like today, but that's okay, because we all normal. We got that. But let's move to more information. Here's the question. I want you to deal with this. Tell us, since you guys talk about Christians so bad, brother, why is it that Dr. Ben was funeralized in a Christian church?
Okay. You ready for the answer?
I'm ready, brother.
First of all, we be talking about the Hebrews bag. I don't know why you're trying to defer our attention to Christians. That's one. If we would have had them buried under a Hebrew temple, oh, y'all don't do that anyway. So that would be out the question. But I know you Hebrews be getting buried by Christians too. But anyway, I'll tell you this. When you're dealing with people and their family has POA, or power of attorney, over their affairs, the decision-making is invested in their family, no matter how zealous
Thank you.
People are. So it's just that simple. That's the politics of family versus people who make subscriptions.
Brother Polight, real quick. All he got to do is look at the video I just threw up with them celebrating Dr. Ben for the street naming, and all of his daughters got up there praising Jesus, praising God. So that's not Dr. Ben teaching. But see, it's like even when Khalid Muhammad passed away, look at his son. You see, because they see you conscious, they think that the rest of the family is conscious. Brother, it's the family say so. It's up to the family where they want to go and where they want to be. Not up to us, not Professor Smalls, not none of us. It's up to the family members, brother. And we, just like you, Michael Edwards, don't own no goddamn building where we can call our own. Okay? Because when your ass die, you also will be in a church, nigga. Let's stop playing these games.
You see? Now let me show you how that works out, Sonetta. Because I work as an actual minister, and I bury lots of people like Dr. Ben, and I play for their funerals. But watch this. Since Polight has a beautiful house in Hollywood, and since you have a beautiful car and you get all of this money, why is it that you guys wouldn't take it upon yourself to get a facility to bury your dead?
See, nobody said we get all this money. That's your assumption. You're the one that's saying I get all this money. Yeah, see? There you go assuming again. You can't judge the outside, brother. You can't judge a book by the cover. Don't judge a book by the cover, brother. That's the mistake you're making.
Hey, yo, Sa, Mike over here pocket watching like a motherfucker.
Word, man. Nah, you know what happened, Polight? The Most High put a lion spirit in this nigga mouth. That's what he's doing right now. He put a lion spirit in his mouth, and so he's lying to the people, trying to slave them.
Watch this, Wouldn't it be terrible of your legacy, brother, after all of this, and you hit the dirt, you kick the bucket, and we bury you in Mount Vernon Missionary Baptist Church, we funeralize you there? What would that say about your legacy?
Hey, let me show him something real quick, Sa.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. With my family, right? My family, I made it very clear. I made the arrangement. We can't speak for another man. We can't. We can only attest to the great things a man does, and everything else we reserve the right not to speak to. So let me tell you this. As a man moving of my own free will and accord, my family personally knows. I said, I'll be damned if you ever send me off that way. I don't care what the circumstances are. You could do one of two ways. If you're not going to have my people send me off, you could just cremate me, and you could spread my ashes across the seas, or you could bury me in the ground and put a plant in my place, and name the plant, or however you want to do it. You know, I got my own instructions, but what I'm saying is, you can never bury me subject to no damn religion that I don't make subscriptions to. Now, equally so, I can tell you with Sa already made arrangements for how he wants to leave. And he shared a very similar sentiment because he even asked that I speak at his wake if for whatever reason he should pass before I do. He said, yo, brother Polight, I want you to speak and do this, that, and the third. This is stuff y'all probably don't know.
Right.
So what I'm saying is we can't speak for why Dr. Ben didn't make certain arrangements, or perhaps he got sick before he can really contemplate doing that. Because, you know, things happen before you even can be prepared for it sometimes. So I can't speak to Dr. Ben's rationale and what he's been doing. But what I can say is we got our own vision for how we want to be sent off, and we made our adjustments with our own families and our own friends and well-wishers. And that's how that goes. But to what we're not going to do, no doubt.
That's beautiful, and that's acceptable. That's acceptable to me.
We're not going to make a mockery, though, out of another person's transition. That's what we're not going to do. Okay.
I'm not making a mockery. This is why I say this. This is why I say this, brother. Now watch. And also, since Sanetta didn't ask me to speak at his funeral, you know, I could have came and told a few jokes and everything, lighten up the room. You understand? But watch this, fam. Watch this. When you guys are actually teachers of your community, it's important that you set certain things in place, not only personally, but for the community that you teach and for the people that actually look up to you guys. I'm saying that's honorable that you personally are not going to go the way that you didn't live. I say that's honorable. God also does say the same thing. The Bible says he would rather you be hot or cold, right? So that's honorable. But it is not honorable for you to stand in Dr. Ben's stead as a teacher of the same people and not provide what your predecessor didn't provide for those that may pass. Here's a question for you.
Man.
If Professor Smalls, or God forbid, Queen of Four, or any of your elders, Baba Heru, if they pass today, as it stands, only you and Sanetta would have personal rights to your funerals and the way it goes and the will and those things.
Wrong.
Where you getting this information from?
Wrong, brother. You must think they don't got family, immediate family.
One second. They do not have any places to have a funeral or mass memorials. You see what I'm saying? So they would have to come back to me too, and I'd have to play Amazing Grace for Baba Heru and for Professor Smalls and for everybody else that's your elder. But it's y'all's job to do what
it's not my that's not my job, bro. Stop that. Hold on. Let me.
One second, brother. 1 second. It's not gonna take that much longer. 1 second. Christians and Hebrew Israelites all over the country and even out of the country, there are Christian temples. Hebrews have synagogues. And even the Muslims have their own mosques, and even the Moors have temples. but the Kemetic community has no facilities to funeralize or memorialize its own people.
So all the Hebrews that passed away, you saying that they went with their own, with their own spiritual culture? They went with their own shit, with their temples and all that? Go ahead and lie.
Say it again, brother. Say it again. I couldn't hear you.
All the Hebrews that passed away, you saying that they didn't go in the church the same way like everybody else does? They went and did it their own way with their own culture?
I don't know any Hebrew outside of myself in the United States that would go in a Christian church as a dead body.
Wow, brother.
Man, stop bullshitting, man. This is fucking ridiculous, man.
Can you find one? Can you find one for me?
Well, I don't want to bring up nobody's name because I don't want to disrespect nobody. But I know a lot of Hebrews that passed away, brother.
Where the hell are the Hebrews burying their dead? Where's the Hebrew cemetery in Brooklyn? Where's the Hebrew cemetery in California? Stop this bullshit, man. Stop it. I'm listening.
Just now, just a few months ago, I think it was last year, there was a Hebrew brother murdered. Right? Out there in the East Coast.
Brother, is he part of your religious sect?
Hold on. That brother was not buried in the Christian church. He was not funeralized in the Christian church. He was funeralized by his own people.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So where's he buried at?
I don't know, because that's not my family member.
No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that because if he's buried amongst the rest of them damn Christians, it's no different. So where did they bury him at?
I just gave you the truth. I'm probably the only Israelite in the country that will be buried in a Christian church and not have a problem with it.
Okay, cool. So what I'm saying is, since you're one of every, what I'm saying is, if you don't know where that man has been buried, then knock it off. That's what I'm saying.
What does that matter? What does that have to do with the conversation? What does that have to do with your accountability as a teacher over your community, bro, and your responsibility to the people?
You get buried amongst your peers, according to what you're saying. So if it does matter where he's buried, because no matter what ceremony took place, when they put his ass in the earth, he's next to all them damn Christians. So what you're saying is obsolete. You're nitpicking because you're trying to find fault and folly over other people, but then you don't even know where the guy that you attest to, we don't know his name. He's just a Hebrew brother, according to you. So he's misnomered as the Hebrew brother, so we can't verify nothing you're saying. And on top of it, you yourself identify, and I take it that you're calling him a Hebrew brother because you yourself don't even know his name. So the guy whose name you don't know purportedly was sent away through a Hebrew ceremony that we obviously cannot identify, and he was put into ground at an unverified locale. Michael, stop the bullshit. That's what I'm saying. Stop it.
Okay, so let me show you the fallacy in that thinking. Number one, when you bury someone in any cemetery in the United States, you will undoubtedly have Christians, Muslims, and atheists buried in the same ground. Okay, that's not nothing uncommon, bro.
So that doesn't contradict what you're telling us?
Hold on. No, not at all. Let me show you why. Listen. Not one. Hold on. Not one Christian, not one Muslim, or not one Hebrew actually disagrees with the way that Hebrews or Christians or Muslims should be buried. They all should be buried in a holy way, in a Kodesh way, in a non-halal way. Come on, brother. Hold on.
Okay, give me a halal burial. Tell me what a halal burial is.
No, I want you to just listen to me.
No. You just use the terminology. Okay, when you're done, break down. When you're done. No. You're going to tell us right now before you have to look it up yourself. What is a halal burial, brother? What's a halal burial, Mike?
Okay, I'll give you an example of one that is halal or unacceptable.
Give us a halal burial.
I'm giving you one. Dr. Ben, as an atheist, being buried in a Christian church or funeralized. That's not acceptable in Islam. He was a Muslim, and he took his shahada, and he threw it away.
Dr. Ben was not a Muslim. Stop it.
Yo, that makes no sense. Give us a halal burial, bro. You mentioning shit, you trying to play crazy. I'm going to play crazy with you. Tell us what a halal funeral is.
That's a little bit pseudo.
Yeah. Tell us what a halal burial is. Is that when they cut your head clean off to make sure the rest of the toxins don't penetrate the rest of your body when you're in the earth? What's a halal burial? You capping, bro.
Pseudo. That's a little bit pseudo, okay? So I want you to
admit to being pseudo?
It's unacceptable.
You admit to being pseudo?
It's unacceptable. Yeah, I know you're scared, but
are you admitting to being pseudo? What's a halal burial, brother?
Did I cut you off?
Okay, please let us know. You can't say that Dr. Ben didn't have a.
What I'm saying is painful, bro.
Dr. Ben was not a Muslim, bro. Why are you using him for a halal burial?
Dr. Ben was a Muslim, and Reggie told us he took
He was not a Muslim, man. Polite.
Would you like
Polite. What happened was
officiated the funeral.
Polite. Move him for a minute. What happened was
that don't mean he a damn Muslim right now. I'm sure Shahada took a Shahada.
Shahada means that you're not a Muslim. You take a Shahada and you could be a non-Muslim. Are you kidding?
Ask him, am I a Muslim? I take my word.
Is Sanetta a Muslim? You know Sanetta is a Muslim?
No, Sanetta is a goddamn reprobate. He used to be, and he did the same thing that Dr. Ben did. He threw his Shahada away.
So you said no to Sanetta and yes to Dr. Ben?
That is actually
right. There you go.
You do that.
Hold on. You say no?
You get death in Islam when you do that, bro.
Yeah, I hear you. So you're saying no to Sanetta and yes to Dr. Ben, but they both took a Shahada.
I'm telling you clearly, both took a Shahada and they both threw it away. Dr. B and Reggie.
So if he threw it away, he's no longer a Muslim, right or wrong?
Listen, I know you're afraid, brother. Just listen.
If someone throws something away, if he threw his Shahada away, whatever that means.
You wasn't even at the funeral. Reggie was. So let me repeat Reggie's words.
Reggie polite. Move on. Polite. How can you say in one breath that Dr. Ben was an atheist and then he said he was a Muslim? Like, where does that shit work at? Where did that play at?
I don't know, bro. This brother, he talking two ways out of his mouth, man.
Him polite. You want to debate him?
Oh, Michael Edwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Tell him to get in the chat and let's go, because he talking silly enough.
Yeah, we need.
Why you want to?
Where's Brother Reggie so he can?
Hey, listen. I know what you're saying is Reggie is your leading authority for this subject matter. So you don't have the qualifications or the right to verify this yourself. Your whole thing is let's ask Reggie because you can't prove it yourself. That's what you're saying.
Reggie planned the funeral with Dr. Smiles, man. I talked to Reggie about this. Reggie told me this stuff. You can't tell me anything.
Oh, so okay. So you can prove that Dr. Ben's a Muslim by going off of hearsay from Reggie. That's what you're saying.
No, I didn't say Dr. Ben was a Muslim.
Yes, you did say Dr. Ben was a Muslim.
Wow, look at that.
He took a Shahada and he was a Muslim, but he threw it away.
You never said that. You said Dr. Ben was a Muslim when I asked you to verify what a halal funeral is. You started talking about Dr. Ben, and Sanetta corrected you and said, why are you bringing up Dr. Ben? He's not a Muslim. And you said he is a Muslim. That's right. What happened. Come on. Yo, Mike, you know you recorded, right? You know you're recorded. Yeah, exactly. You said halal. You said halal funeral, bro.
All of these people, fam, Brother Polite.
You said halal burial, bro.
People are wanting to ask the same questions I'm asking you.
You said halal.
People in the chat.
People are rolling in the chat from you saying halal burial. That's what they're laughing at. They're laughing because they never heard no shit.
But they're not laughing. They're laughing at that, but they're not laughing at your greatest guru being funeralized in a Christian church, and you wasn't even there.
Yeah, because that means something to you. But guess what? I put bread up for it. Yeah.
You go pay your respects to him?
Yeah, I paid my respects literally. I sent bread because I couldn't make it. So it happens. It happens. And guess what? You can't if you believe that way that he was sent off goes against our spiritual disposition, then why would you be mad or ridicule me for not showing up to something that contradicts my spiritual disposition? Why wouldn't you say, well, polite? Why? Hold on. Let me finish. Why wouldn't you say, well, you know what? Since that's not even in conformity with Brother Polite's spiritual disposition, and Polite didn't show up, but he did send something there in his regards. Why should you mock, condemn, or ridicule me? So what I'm saying is this, brother. You guys want to make all the rules for everybody else, but y'all don't have no demonstration of the very rules you're trying to give to everybody else. There's no Hebrew demonstration that I can reference of the things you're demanding of us. We don't see y'all doing it yourselves. So what the hell are you talking about? The only thing you managed to say was you're demanding that the Kemetic community get a halal burial. We ain't never heard of no such thing until Michael Edwards got on the phone. I'm trying to Google this shit. I'm trying to Google halal funerals. Every time I keep seeing food come
just
up,
means something that's bad. That's not good. He know that, Polight.
That nigga made that shit up to try to make Kemetic people look bad, and then he tried to tell me, no, I'm not done talking. Nah, you done. We gonna get you right there. Halal burial.
Okay, so now, okay.
Finish breaking down how halal burial works. Finish breaking that down.
Let me respond to you. Okay. Here's a better word since you don't like the halal word. Haram. Very much against God and very much against actually your own confession. That's a better word. So throw halal away and use haram.
No, we want to use halal, bro, because that's what you said. You said halal.
Hold on, let me get it in, bro. Hold on. This is why I say, and it's not ridiculing, Brother Polight. I'm not ridiculing you or Dr. Ben. Don't think that, bro. I'm pointing this out to provoke you to jealousy so that y'all will actually do something meaningful in your community.
Yo, you need to do that in your Hebrew community, bro, because you don't give a damn about the Kemetic community, so we're not taking advice from you about how to deal with any of our situations, bro.
That's okay.
You constantly disrespect the Kemetic community, so nobody wants your advice that you don't even fulfill yourself when it comes to this. What you should do, you should tell us how y'all do what y'all do. That's what you should do. Tell us how the Hebrews send their family off. What's the name of that guy that you... Hold on. What's the name of the guy whose name you don't know that left somewhere that you don't know about, that was buried somewhere that you can't identify? Finish that story up. Finish that scenario. Give us that guy name.
Watch this. Watch this one. Check this answer out. As we relate in Kemet, your studies in your system, the priests in Kemet were proficient in not only funeral papyruses, but funeral ceremonies and even funeral preparation as relates to the body and the family. Now, that's not happening in the Kemet of today. And I say to you, that's a shameful representation, because if you and Sarnetta are all about burying yourselves, right, then you can't say that you are paralleling the Kemet priesthood. Brother Jabari calls himself a priest, but he's not making no papyruses, 60-foot long papyruses for the dead. He's not.
Brother, we got new technology out.
Hold on. He's not even making preparations for the dead, in the sense that the ancient Kemites gave so much respect to their dead, and even writing in the books. Now, I disagree with the writings of autofellatio and homosexuality and rape that's in y'all's text. But the fact of the matter is that's how y'all do. Hold on, brother. Hold on.
Why you always
that's how y'all supposed to do in the modern day. You're not supposed to be perpetrating a fraud. You're riding in a Bentley and worrying about your own death, but your people got to go to the church because you didn't build a facility and you're nice suit, amunere, senatumere. See, that's a bad representation of the word nice suit. You only care about yourself. And really, truly, that's the way the nice suits of the past operated.
That's right.
In that same bad representation, bro.
That's right.
The same bad representation.
All right, so let me ask you this. If we're operating the same way they operated of old, then what are we doing wrong?
I said you're not. I said they were prepared. They were
okay. So
you guys are not.
So everybody got buried just like the Nasut. Everyone in the kingdom was treated just like the Nasut when they got buried.
Of course not, brother.
Exactly. So stop. No, it's not set the tone, my nigga. Stop this. Everybody. Stop this, bro. Okay, you said your stuff. Everybody's not a king and everybody's not a queen. One of the you see, you guys in particular with that comic book you call the Bible, this way y'all mess up all the time. Y'all live in a fantasy world. Oprah Winfrey, Jay-Z do they thing, right? So 100 years from now, when we do the research and talk about how great black people are, black people, such as yourselves, have a tendency to make everybody Oprah Winfrey and Jay-Z. So when we talk about ancient Egypt, you want to make everybody the king and the queen. You want to make everybody pharaoh. No, the whole world didn't live or exit by the same standard as those guys. That's first and foremost. So knock it off. Everybody didn't get buried just like the Nasut got buried. That's a lie. So knock it off. 2. Okay, so now, stop, my brother. Stop, my brother. I'm not done. Go ahead. As an American African of the diaspora, given certain circumstances, we're making do with what knowledge we have, with what people are in conformity with the information. You don't have to be realistic. I don't expect you to be. For the people that are listening out there, we expect you guys to be a little bit more realistic, suggesting to or presuming that you're not down with the comic book stories called the Bible. So those of you that are practical out here who know the whole community isn't in conformity with this knowledge. Like when I go to Thailand, over 90% of the people, including the government, are Buddhists. So that makes things a lot easier to follow through and execute your culture. When the government and the people, 90% thereof, are down with the same thing. The other 10%, in small, make up Christians, Muslims, and all these other religions. Over 90% make up.
So you want me to help you with that, or are you slowing down because you're running out of information, or you want me to help you?
No, brother, I'm asking you to allow me to speak, like I've been speaking the whole time.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is, if you go to Thailand, you're going to find that over 90% of the populace are Buddhists, and the government is Buddhist. So there's no one in conflict with their religious rites or ceremonies. As far as their eschatological dispositions, their funerary exits and all. They're not going to have an issue with that. When you are here in the hells of America, there will be an issue with it. And what I'm seeing in your argument that's very disingenuous is that you're asking things of the Kemetic community, which gives me an impression that you see us as greater than what your God can offer you. Because the criteria that you have for the Kemetic community is such a very high standard that it pales in comparison to the standard that you have for your own Hebrew Israelite community, because you wouldn't dare ask any of the things you're asking for or from the Kemetic community of your own Hebrew Israelite community. So as I told you, I was forced to personalize the answer. And I said, when I go out, I'm going out in our fashion because I have more power. I said, hold on. I said, I have more power and control over that. I cannot speak for Dr. Ben and why he didn't make certain arrangements. And I said, we also have to consider that maybe he didn't put certain things into play because perhaps maybe his health caught up with him or got the best of him before then. I don't know. But what I do know is his family, like most families, play the biggest role when it comes to burying their king. When it comes to me, I can speak for myself. Just like we did the burying of our placenta based on our own spiritual rites, just like we did the naming ceremony based on our own spiritual rites, just like how we didn't name our child. Most people name their child before the child is born. We don't do a gender reveal. We don't do none of that. We wait for our child to be born, and several days later, we decide to come up with a name for our child. I do it that way. We don't want our children born in the hospital. We do it that way. Many of you Hebrew Israelites is still born in the hospital, and your children are born in the hospital. I don't condemn you guys for that, but I know damn well that being born in a hospital has nothing to do with being a Hebrew Israelite, but y'all constantly ask Cesariak if his children born in a hospital. Ask Daniel if his children born in a hospital. You know what I'm saying? Ask Michael Edwards, I'm sure your children born in a hospital. So, bro, I'm not sitting here reprimanding you for being part of the system. I'm sitting here saying it is what it is, but what you're not going to do is dictate to a community you don't respect the way they need to do things based on your religious disposition, that or your perspective of their culture. No, what I'm asking of you is, instead of coming off as a heckler, show us a demonstration other than the
hold on, Polight.
Real quick. Other than the nameless Hebrew Israelite you brought up, who had a ceremony somewhere, I presume in America, that you didn't identify, who is buried somewhere that you don't know. Can you give us any better demonstration of Israelites sending themselves off to another place under the auspice of the Hebrew Israelite culture? And if you cannot show us several instances, several communities, especially one that you held to or yield to, then please, my brother, do not tell us to take you serious. I got you. Do not tell us to take you serious and what we should be doing.
All right, that was rather long and that was rather cool. Okay, now listen to watch this. Oprah standard placenta, right? These are the three words that I want to talk to you about in my response. Oprah, I know something about Oprah being worthy of being a public figure. What I mean is when I was in Louisiana and I went through Hurricane Katrina, guess who looked out for me and thousands of other people in Southeast Louisiana? See, Oprah didn't do what you're doing. Oprah didn't say, well, I'm going to live and I'm going to eat and I'm going to die and I'm going to be buried the way I want.
Yo, Mike, he didn't ask you that question, bro. How come you can never get a straight answer, man?
Let me get mine in. Let me get mine in.
Never get a straight answer from y'all.
Stop. Please. Oprah didn't say what you said you were going to do concerning you and yours. Oprah said, I'm going to be selfless and I'm going to give millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to people I don't know because they are my people. And I was a beneficiary of that. I'm a Katrina survivor. So when I'm talking about people that are leaders and they're being qualified and worthy, I know what I'm talking about. I'm saying you wouldn't be willing to do that at all, not even for your own people, much less black people in a whole. That's the Oprah section. The placenta section is, again, I don't want to be disrespectful, and I'm not going to be disrespectful, but I'm going to simply say this. There is no placenta that has crossed the plane of that should be disrespected. Listen. That should be disrespected.
Don't nobody want to listen to that shit, man. Who the fuck want to listen to that? You're not answering the question, man. Don't nobody want to listen to that shit. If you ain't going to answer the question, shut the fuck up. Just say you got that one. Answer the goddamn question, nigga. All you Hebrews go all around the fucking corner when somebody asks you a goddamn specific question. You got to do all this other fuck shit. Answer the goddamn question.
I'm telling you, man.
Again, let me finish my point. Again, I was on the second point, the placenta. There is no placenta that is worth disrespecting, burying it in a public park where homeless people shit, piss, and live at. That is disrespectful. That's not what we do in our ancient culture. Here's the third part that has to do with what's called standard. You asked me about. What's the standard of funerary practice? What's the standard of communal belief for our community? It is the same from Christianity to Islam to Hebrewism. I just told you, ancient Kodesh practices cover from birth to death. You can find it in the Torah, even commanded that even men should not be left hanging on trees until the sun goes down. It gives deep detail about our Israelite culture. But I'm going to give you more of a standard that has to do with Islam, Christianity, and Hebrewism. None of us will ever come to Brother Polight when we die and say, you know what? We don't have a synagogue, a church, or a mosque to have facilitate our funeral. So what we need to do is we need to borrow your grave. No, we don't never do that. Why do we do that? Why don't we do that? Because of a communal practice that you see.
Yo, Sa, do you hear him saying anything about
how? No, that's what I'm waiting on you to like cut this nigga off.
This nigga is not saying nothing. Yeah, he's still bullshitting. Where or how does the Hebrews bury their own? You talking all
this what you asked him, man. This nigga
all this shit. All he's doing, he's trying to sneak this and say certain things to get a certain emotion out of a nigga. He's trying to sneak this and say little slick shit, but I'm not going to go for it because I'm reading the chat and everybody is saying Michael Edwards is being disrespectful. Everybody is saying that. Everybody sees clearly all of that where dogs piss and shit and that. Everyone sees clearly what he's trying to do.
He can't answer the question polite, and that's what these Hebrews do. They got to go around and they overtalk you because they don't got no fucking answers to it. And so when you ask them a specific question, they got to go all around the world before they even attempt to try to answer the damn question.
This nigga talk all this shit, and at the end of the day, he couldn't give us one breakdown of what Hebrews are doing today to bury their own.
Yeah, so let me say this real quick.
Yeah, man.
Keith.
Yeah, he's trolling. He's definitely trolling.
Keith Jackson. He said, my aunt is fake. So I want to ask Keith Jackson, what do he suppose my aunt is? What do he thought my aunt was?
He's talking to somebody in the chat.
Because when they say my aunt is fake, so I'm saying, what do they think my aunt is? Or what did he thought my aunt was? You know, because we don't say my aunt is the ultimate God up in the cloud somewhere. No, nigga, we don't deal with that. That's what y'all do. You see? So you're questioning us based off of your own spooky ass mind, thinking that we're gonna put my aunt in a spooky mind.
Yeah, so, Mike, why you don't come into the chat room and have a real conversation? Set his phone thing.
Hold on, Polite. So when you say where do I come from, we simply tell you from the mind of man. It come out of man's mind. That's all. Nothing else, nothing spooky. You're the one that puts spooky shit on your life.
I'm online.
On your shit. We don't do that.
I'm online. Yo, I'm telling Michael Edwards he need to get online, and I want him to break down why Sa-Neter and Brother Polight. Hold on, real quick. I want him to break down why Sa-Neter and Polight should be funding other people's funerals.
Yeah, but Polight, I ain't got that much time because 8 o'clock I got 20 minutes, so we could get back on Polight and
yeah, we do that at different time. Let's set the day up so he could break down why Sa-Neter and Brother Polight should be paying for other black people's funerals.
Right, we're gonna do that tomorrow. Tell them tomorrow.
I want to talk about it. Shut it up, bro.
You a sick Negro, right?
Tell them tomorrow.
Yo, every time Mike talk, one thing I can say, every time Mike talk, we don't know what the hell he gonna say. And it's always some off the wall shit, man. Now this nigga want us to pay for black people's funerals. That's what he wants us to do.
But it's always enlightening, and it's to provoke you guys to action. That's what I'm doing, bro.
Man, you need to provoke your Hebrew community to action. Why your Hebrew community ain't listening to you? Why do you think we all listen to you? Your own people don't listen to you.
Who don't listen to me?
Show me a Hebrew burying. Show me a Hebrew doing any of the stuff you talking about out the Bible. That's burying their family. What's the name of that guy that had no name? Hold on. What's the name of that guy that had no name? Where's the place that the ceremony went that got no name? Where's the cemetery that you don't know?
That was a good question. Yeah. Can I answer that one?
No, because you ain't gonna answer it.
Nah, he ain't gonna answer it. We ain't falling for that again. We don't talk to you later, Mike. We gonna set up the debate.
I'll tell you why.
Oh shit, my phone battery on 2%.
I'll tell you why. You want to know why?
I do, but the phone now it's on 1%.
Yeah, the phone dying, Polite.
Yeah, shit died, Mike. Sorry.
The phone died out,
Yo, this dude mentioned, I said, yo, show me a Hebrew that's doing this shit, burying themselves and leaving this world on a Hebrew level. This nigga said there's a guy named such and such, and they did a ceremony at a certain place. And I'm like, yo, where he buried him at? That don't matter, but where's the cemetery? I don't know. Like, yo, bro, what the fuck? So basically, you making this shit up. You the only one that know about this shit. Out of everybody he could have mentioned, he mentioned a nameless man at a place that's yet to be identified who was buried somewhere he doesn't know.
Damn.
This nigga Mike full of shit. Yo, but I'm gonna tell you what make them mad. What make them mad, he's not mad that, oh, Dr. Ben got buried by way of Christians that had the legal right to conduct the burial. He's not mad about that, bro. He's mad that so much people showed up. He's mad that Dr. Ben got his name on the street. Where's the Hebrew Israelite whose name is on the street?
That's right. There you go.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, but he ain't gonna talk about how the community got that done for him. Come on, man. You know how many years a person got to die before they get the name of a street? Dr. Big got that relatively fast.
Hell yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he ain't gonna look at the highlights. And that's why I said, yeah, we shouldn't talk to him but so long about this, because he's trying to make a mockery of what's going on. And we know you sneak dissing. You trying to make us see all sorts of negative things going on with his passing, but there's a lot of positive things that's been going on with his passing.
Polight, a brother asks you, do you still have New Covenant?
Yes, we do. Definitely do.
Okay.
Definitely still got it. But yo, I wanna do that debate with Michael Edwards, and I want him to explain.
Man, we gotta fucking ragdoll this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I want to be in on it. Polight, I want to be in on it. So let's get Michael Edwards and Black Jesus.
Yeah, his student. Let's get his student.
This shit is gonna be hilarious, brother.
And I'm gonna tell you why. We gotta start this whole conversation off.
Yeah.
Sa Neter and Polight need to pay for people's funerals. Right. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Right. Yeah.
Yo, we supposed to be paying for it.
Because let me tell you, Polight, these two nuts, Black Jesus, these two fucking nuts, Black Jesus and Michael Edwards as his student, man, they represent all of the Hebrew Israelites. They are the smartest out of all the Hebrews. That's what they always tell you. Michael doesn't know how to read Hebrew. Michael will tell you every time you read the English version of the Bible, that's not what it means. But then we might as well throw that shit in the garbage. No, don't throw it away. So why